Hello, my name is Bill Kiker, Kilo Charlie 1 Hotel Tango Tango, and I'm the proud owner of a 2024 Tesla Model 3. A few days ago, the Tesla software was upgraded to software version 2025.26.4, and Grok was added as an application to the infotainment computer. Today, I will show you Tesla-hosted Grok app in action. Ara, a female Grok assistant, will be used to describe the Battle of Stonington, which happened in the War of 1812. This is a photograph of my Tesla Model 3, named Scarlet Kilowatt, parked at Stonington Point, Stonington, Connecticut, where the Battle of Stonington took place in August 1814. My car is fully equipped and has the latest hardware and software updates as of July 30th, 2025, so it should be able to work with Grok. This slide has a photo of the infotainment computer and also describes the infotainment computer on my car. It is the hardware agent that makes the connection to the Grok supercomputer in Memphis, Tennessee. I've listed the hardware features of the infotainment computer and the Grok supercomputer. The infotainment computer uses the AMD Ryzen CPU with 8 Zen cores and 8 gigabytes of RAM. And the AMD Navi 23 GPU has 8 gigabytes of VRAM, video RAM. The total non-volatile storage for this computer is 128 gigabytes. In the next slide, you will hear Ara, the Grok agent, describe the Battle of Stonington in detail. I was wondering if you could repeat the history of the War of 1812 and describe the battle that was fought in Stonington, Connecticut in August of 1814, where they successfully defeated the British.
All right, let's dive into the War of 1812, specifically the Battle of Stonington in August 1814. The War of 1812 was fought between the United States and Britain, largely over trade disputes, American expansion ambitions, and British impressment of American sailors. By 1814, the war was in full swing, with the British ramping up their coastal raids in New England. In Stonington, Connecticut, the Battle of Stonington unfolded from August 9th to 12th, 1814. British naval forces, led by Commander Thomas Hardy, targeted the town as part of their blockade strategy, aiming to disrupt American coastal trade. They sent 5 ships, including the bomb vessel HMS Terror, to bombard Stonington Point. The British demanded the town surrender, but the roughly 40 local militia and volunteers under Captain Jeremiah Holmes had other plans. With just 2 18-pounder cannons and a smaller 6-pounder, the defenders put up a fierce resistance. Over 3 days, the British lobbed about 160 tons of cannonballs and rockets, but Stonington's militia returned fire with surprising accuracy, damaging British ships and forcing them to keep their distance. The townsfolk, including civilians, rallied to support the effort, passing ammunition and fortifying defenses. By August 12th, the British withdrew, frustrated by the stiff resistance and minimal damage to the town. Only a few buildings were hit, and 1 civilian died. This small but spirited defense was a morale booster for Americans, showing they could stand up to the mighty British Navy. It wasn't a massive battle, but it symbolized local resilience and added to the narrative of American defiance in the war. Anything specific about the battle you want to dig into further? Those Stonington folks were scrappy.
How many ships attacked Stonington during that bombardment?
5 British ships attacked Stonington during the bombardment in August 1814. Want more details on the ships or the battle?
Yeah, more details on the ships and the battle.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the Battle of Stonington and those British ships. The British Felucia that attacked Stonington from August 9th to 12th, 1814, consisted of 5 vessels, led by Commander Thomas Hardy. The flagship was HMS Ramillies, a 74-gun ship of the line, a real heavyweight with serious firepower. Then there was HMS Pactolus, a 38-gun frigate, and HMS Dispatch, a 22-gun sloop. The smaller HMS Nimrod, an 18-gun brig, was also in the mix. And finally, the bomb vessel HMS Terror. Yes, that Terror, later famous for its doomed Arctic expedition, designed to lob explosive shells. These ships carried a combined punch of over 130 guns, dwarfing the town's measly 2 18-pounder cannons and 1 6-pounder. The battle kicked off when Hardy sent a note demanding Stonington surrender, threatening to destroy the town if they didn't comply. The locals, led by Captain Jeremiah Holmes and about 40 militia members, basically said, "No way," and manned their tiny battery. The British opened fire, launching cannonballs, rockets, and mortar shells, around 160 tons of ordnance total. But Stonington's defenders were sharpshooters with their cannons, targeting the British ships with such precision that they kept them at a distance. The Terror's bombs were meant to rain destruction, but many shells didn't explode or missed entirely, and the militia's return fire damaged the Nimrod and forced the British to reposition repeatedly. The townspeople got in on the action too, hauling ammo and reinforcing defenses while under fire. Over 3 days, the British tried to land troops but were repelled by the militia's grit and some clever use of the terrain. By August 12th, Hardy called it quits. His ships had taken damage, 1 sailor was killed, and the town was barely scratched, with only a few buildings hit and 1 civilian casualty. The British sailed off, and Stonington's stand became a point of local pride, proving a small force could hold off a naval giant. Want me to zoom in on any specific ship or moment, or maybe how the locals pulled it off with such limited gear? Those cannons must have been red hot.
No, that's fine, Grok. Thank you very much. You make an excellent tour guide as well as a self-driving car. Goodbye.
Thanks for the compliment, but I'm just the voice dishing out history, not driving the car. Safe travels, and bye for now.
And now I'd like to summarize. Ara, acting as the Grok 3 AI assisted historical tour guide, provided a detailed narration of the history of the Battle of Stonington, which took place during the War of 1812 between the United States and Great Britain, from August 9th through August 12th, 1814. The USA won the battle. Ara Grok 3 was hosted by Scarlet Kilowatt, a 2024 Tesla Model 3 long-range automobile. And the requirements for a Tesla-hosted Grok 3 large language model conversation is you need the right hardware, specifically an AMD Ryzen computer in the infotainment system. The software version has to be the latest Tesla software version 2025.26 or higher. And then you need connectivity, since Grok uses cloud technology for processing. So it requires either a stable Wi-Fi connection or a Tesla Premium Connectivity subscription for your vehicle. So it's important to note while Grok is integrated into the vehicle, it currently operates as a conversational AI only and does not control the vehicle functions. Full self-driving version 13.2.9 does operate while Grok 3 is active and uses the hardware 4 equipment. So this means that there's potentially a new opportunity for interactive Tesla-guided tour robotaxis.